Hello students, this is IXL help video for 7th grade. This is U.5 and we're completing a table for a two variable relationship. So we have two variables in this table. We have C and we have F, and it's not really even necessary to read all this up here, but you can read it yourself. But all I need to know is that F equals C plus 4. So this is like what we were doing earlier in the U section. We were just plugging in a number, and we're looking for this this number right here, this blank. But we know that F equals C plus 4. That's our function. This is a simple function. And so what I would do is I would take this C, and we can see all these C's, they added 4 to them to get F. So to get F, I have to add 4 to C. And so I would just plug in this 1 for C right here to get this F. So F equals 1 plus 4. So I'm plugging in this or substituting the C with the 1. And so F would equal 5 in this case. Okay. Complete the table using the equation C equals T plus 8. So in this case, C is the outcome, and this is the input, and this is what we call the output. So the C depends on what happens with the T. The T plus 8 equals C. So if I plug in plug in a 1 for the T, then I'll find out what C is here. You can see that all of these 8 was added to them to get the C. So that's what I would do here too. Add 8 to 1, and it would be 9. Okay, again, they give you these descriptions, but they give you the equation. I'm thinking maybe later on they're going to not give us the equation, and we'll look at the word problem if we need to. But the relationship is W equals C plus 10. So W is the output, C is the input, and we need to add 10 to each of these numbers to get W. So 1 plus 10 is 11, 2 plus 10 is 12, 3 plus 10 is 13, and 4 plus 10 is 14. Okay, let's jump a level and see what we get. Well, it still gives us the equation here. So we're looking at K and D is the input and K is the output. So what we're looking at is D is multiplied times 6 to get this column. So 5 times 6 is 30. So we would multiply 4 times 6 to get 24. 3 times 6, and 2 times 6 to complete our table. Let's jump another level. Whoops. Okay, let's see what we get here. So sometimes I like to rewrite these tables like this. I'll put the W and then the function part, and then I'll put the D over here. I'll rewrite it like this. So 2, if W is 2, then I plug in a 2 here. 4 times 2 plus 7. And that's 4 times 2 is 8 plus 7 is 15. And that's, of course, what they got there. I have a 4, a 6, and an 8. So I'll just plug in each number for W. So 4 times 4 plus 7. 4 times 6 plus 7. And then 4 times 8 plus 7. And then I'll do the math here, right here, and then I get my output here, my D here. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 7. Okay, so that one's going to be a 23. 4 times 6 is 24 plus 7. And then 4 times 8 is 32 plus 7. Okay, so then I can fill in my chart over here. So this one was a 23. A 31, and a 39. Okay, I think we'll stop there. So when you have two variables and you're given the equation and you have your table, you have your input, and it tells you what to do with it. It tells you, like in this case, it says add 6 to it. So you look and see, okay, What do I have to do to this number to get this number? Well, I have to add 6 to it. So you just add 6 to each of these. You might have to multiply it times something and then add something or divide it or whatever. But whatever the equation tells you here is what you do to each of these numbers in the left-hand column to get the numbers in the right-hand column.